Alright, you bastards, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today I want to talk about 8 reasons why you should reverse park your car on a parking spot, and how this could be good for everyday survival. Alright, before we start, if you're interested in survival courses in Belgium, there is a link to my survival courses website, also a link to my book called Bloody Crosses. Is in Dutch, it's a detective story, so if you're interested, take a look. So, why should you park with your front of the car towards the street? I would say there are 8 reasons I could think of that this could be very handy in everyday scenarios. First of all, to make a quick getaway. So if you're parked if you park in reverse in a parking spot, you can drive away directly. You don't have to get out and start to turn, especially if there are possible dubious people around, possible carjackers or robbers. That way you can, and if you from the moment you spot them by situational awareness, you can just hop in and drive away directly. So they do not catch up or pull you out of the car. Next thing I would say is the dash cam. I have here a dash cam, and it could be very handy for several reasons. First of all, if it's one of those dash cams that can, if you're not in the car, it still has a sensor that will film if somebody is walking in front of the car. This could be handy if you're just not, and if you're at home and your car is parked towards the street, then that way you have an extra security cam in a way. So if a possible robber is walking around the neighborhood and is trying to recon for some a place to rob, from the moment they can only see it when they're in front of the car, they will see perhaps there is a little camera in there, and they will know, oh shit, I've been filmed. I will not go into the house because if it's robbed, they have a picture of my face. So that's not good for them. So it's like a psychological deterrent in a way. And another thing is, if you're outside of your house, you're parked at the store or somewhere, and somebody is vandalizing your car or is trying to break in to steal a purse or some other valuable, or is trying to hotwire it to carjack it, but it's failing, then at least you have camera footage of that too. So that way it's also very handy. Another thing is, in my personal opinion, I find it more safe to park reverse, because that way you will, in my opinion, especially if you have these days one of these cars that have one of those back cameras that you can see it, it's more easier than ever. But I prefer it to do it that way, because if I drive backwards, then at least I will, by the length of the other cars, I will know how deep I can go. And sometimes if you go in the front in a parking spot, you can not see how far you will go, and you will hit the curb or something like that, and you will damage your bumper. So that's something that could be a little bit annoying. Another thing is, you have more visibility. So if you're just you just got from out of the store or something, you got into your car, and now you have more visibility because of the windscreen and the sides and the side glass. So yeah, that way you can spot danger directly, because a lot of carjackers and robbers, they will take advantage of you if you're busy with something in a car. For example, I just got into my car. I'm on my phone looking at a message that I got or something, and it's that moment that they will usually strike. So while I'm looking down, I have now full 180 vision around my car, instead of, if you have the back car, you will be blocked by this, blocked by that, only have this small thing or only the mirror. So that way you have less visibility to spot danger coming up if you just got into your car. All right. Another thing is, the same thing goes if somebody is trying to break into your car. If a lot of people will not bat an eye if they see somebody just bend over in the car, and they will think, oh, he's just busy with his car. But if it's the front, they will see more that something could be wrong. So some people that just pass by, they will see somebody trying to hotwire a car or try to go to a purse that does not belong to him. So perhaps people can spot people that shouldn't be in your car better and react to it and perhaps call the police. It's a possibility. It's less, but it's a possibility, I would say. I don't want to forget anything. Oh yeah, and in some how do you say this? In some stores where you're parked against the curb, and there is a walkway against the shops. That way you can just you can get your cart from the store and try to, how do you say this? Try to get into your trunk more easier. So if you have to go into the front, there is a possibility that somebody will, that is less patient or less situational awareness, right against your cart, hit you, or they will hit you with or without seeing the cart. And another thing is for robbers. If robbers can spot you more easily that way, see what's kind of from afar, what kind of shit does that person got. Oh, that's something that I want, and rush towards and grab it out of your cart. But if you're like this in the back against the stores, people that just walk by, they will be less visible to see what you got, and perhaps less likely to steal from it. It's not in all stores you can do this, and all kinds of parking spots, so it's in certain spots, but it's a tip that you can do. I think I. Oh, and another thing is that I forgot about is to get out of the spot. If you are backing up, how many times have you almost hit somebody? Because if you're getting out of the parking spot with your back out, then suddenly some biker, perhaps a car, perhaps somebody who is just running or passing by, you almost hit them because you can almost not see, if there, especially if there are other parked cars, you can almost not see anything come from the left or the right. So that way, if you are in the front, you can at least see more directly what is coming up this way. So that way you can save on being sued or hurt somebody. So yeah, that's something handy that you can do. Uh, I think I'm almost done. And the last thing is less chance to get your mirror being torn off. What do I mean by that? If you have a side mirror and you're parked like this, and some idiot is trying to park too close to you, whether it's this side or this side, then at least if they hit your mirror, the mirror will at least be flapped to the inside. So instead of if it's reversed, break off of it. So that way you can save on some mirror damage. There will be, of course, there will be a little bit of damage because of the how do you say this? The touching of the metals, but at least it will not be broken off. And yeah, these are just my reasons to park with your front outside of the parking spot. So I hope these help you in some ways. If you get any other tips on parking, please let me know for everyday situations. I'm always eager to learn. Like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and see you in the next video.